We're back. We're back from a short break. We're glad to have you back with us. Tune in, give us some hearts, do some replays. Let us know what you think. Call us 470-779-6607. 470-779-6607. Give us a call. We got our group back tonight. We got a couple presentations. Mr. Todd is going to talk to us tonight. So tune in. We're glad to have you back.
Hello, thank you for joining us tonight. And for the people out there in Periscope world, on your Android, swipe up, and on your Apple, swipe to the right and up. And if you can't do that, go to the little man figure that's right beside the number, and you'll still be able to share it with us someone, or you could copy it and send it to someone. Tonight we're going to be talking about the effects of alcohol. When I first started surveying this, it was really annoying, and I was really didn't know what I was getting into, but this section can go into so many different directions, so many, and I just wanted to show you the actual effects of how this thing happened. Now, before I start, what I wanted to share with you is that I looked up the definition of alcohol when alcohol is illegal. Alcohol is legalized in 1933. That's over, what, 70, 80, 83 years ago. That's not that far. It's not really that far. And in 1919 to 1933, they call it the Prohibitionary period. During that time, the 18th Amendment was put into effect. And the 18th Amendment said that in no way can we procure, transport, or have in our possession any form of alcohol. That was against the Constitution. Well, they didn't like that idea, so what they did after that was they amended that, amended the 21st Amendment to repeal that. So in 1933, it was appealed, which means they changed the whole thing and said, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and let everybody drink. Now, out of that came two things. Now, before that, President Woodrow Wilson vetoed that whole thing. He didn't like that idea. But out of all this thing, all this illegal transportation of alcohol that the 18th Amendment said, we had the gangbangers came in on the scene. You know, the mafia. The mafia came like Babyface Nelson, Bonnie and Clyde, Al Capone. All those guys came right through, and that's what they were bootlegging, booze and moonshine and all this. That's one thing that came out of it. Now, another thing that indirectly affected this today, maybe you guys not know, is NASCAR racing. Because remember, these guys were trying to run away from the cops, and they had the most souped-up cars at that time. You know, 50 miles an hour was really big back then. I mean, to us, that's nothing, because, you know, we go 50 miles an hour on the highway. You know? Huh? So I thought that was really interesting that all this came about. So finally, Franklin Delano Roosevelt did pass the bill in 1933 to make it legal that everybody can drink. Now, that's my little history that I figured that you guys... Yes, okay. Now I'm going to go into my thing. All right. Today we're going to speak about alcohol and its effects. What? You're already up? Okay, wait a minute. Come on. What's going on, buddy?
Touch it this time.
Okay. I'll do it this way. This one more. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Now he says, when you drink vodka over ice, it can give you kidney failure. When you drink rum over ice, it can give you liver failure. When you drink whiskey over ice, it can give you heart problems. When you drink gin over ice, it can give you brain problems. Apparently, ice is really bad for you.
That's really good. That's really good.
I like that one.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right.
Get them tired.
Now we know that's not true, folks. Here we go. Okay, Proverbs 21:20 verse 1 says, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging. Okay. And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. 2 drinks ago, you could drive yourself home. That's what it said. 2 drinks ago, you can drive yourself home. So, you know, the more you drink, the worse you're going to be. Okay, Proverbs 23:30-35 says, they that seek mixed wine look not upon
The wine.
the wine when it is red, when it giveth its color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent, and it stingeth like an adder. Thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things. Yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that lieth upon the top of a mast. They have stricken me, shalt thou say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not. Now, what I did was I went back and I defined what adder and serpent is. And you know, serpent is a snake that constricts. It binds and it will not let you go. And alcohol is like that. But an adder, on the other hand, it'll bite you. Now, adders will not necessarily attack you or bite you unless they're threatened. But when they bite you, right, they leave a little mark that you really don't know. But over a period of time, like maybe 3, 4, 5 days, you can really feel the effects of how it has bitten you. And this is the way alcohol is. You know, alcohol, that's the same thing. You may take a little sip now, but as you continue to go, have more and more, it will consume you.
Mercy.
Okay, when shall I wake? I will seek it yet again. So that's saying after all that, after a person is drunk, he doesn't know he's drunk, he'll go right back and do it all over again. Okay? Next one is, I found this, I thought that was very ironic. This is a snake with the wine. Remember the redness in the wine? It wraps around you like it constricts you.
Yeah.
See? And then we know that the people party all the time to get high. We know that the more you drink, the more it's going to bind you like a chain. Okay? Then he said, alcohol, what is it? We know that alcohol is a powerful legal drug with a complex place in our culture. Most people have to make a choice about using alcohol at some time in their lives, and youth are especially likely to encounter pressure to drink. What effects does alcohol have on the body? Drinkers, okay. On the brain, we know that alcohol interferes with the brain's. The reason why I'm having such a hard time is because I see too much shadow.
Oh, okay.
See, because I can't read this thing.
Read your.
I can't because there's nothing on here. See?
Oh.
That's why I kept on looking.
Oh, okay.
Alcohol interferes with brain's communication pathways and can affect why the brain looks and works. These disruptions can change mood and behavior and make it harder to think clearly and move with coordination. Now here, you can see here, under the effects of alcohol, this is a normal healthy brain. You saw the neurons that are firing here that makes quick decisions. When you're under the influence of alcohol, it's pretty much diminished. You're not making that quick critical thinking decisions that you need.
And it's also in the back of the brain, too.
Yes, pretty much so in the back as well, too, yes. Okay, what effects does alcohol have on the body? And I said, on the heart, on the heart, it has, let's see, drinking a lot over a long period of time or too much on a single occasion can damage the heart, causing problems including cardiomyopathy, which is the enlargement of the heart, cardiomyopathy, stretching and drooping of the heart muscle, arrhythmias, which is the irregular heart rate that we see, okay? And it can lead to stroke.
Oh, wow.
And high blood pressure. Okay?
I didn't know that.
What effects does alcohol have on the body? On our liver. Okay, what does it do? Heavy drinking takes a toll on the liver and can lead to a variety of problems and liver inflammations, including steatosis or fatty liver, because remember, alcohol is what? An empty calorie. Empty calorie deposits fats in the liver system. And the liver is really the filter of our body. It filters all the impurities, it filters the drugs, and if it's clogged up, what can it do? It can't do anything. Alcoholic hepatitis, you see, alcoholic hepatitis, if you take too much alcohol, the alcohol can only process so much, and once it's overwhelmed, it starts to give you, yellow skin, jaundice in the eye, in the skin, causes fibrosis where you can't actually do its proper things to it. You have cirrhosis of the liver, which causes massive scarring. It causes pancreatic, because remember, the liver and the pancreas are so close together, it's going to fall right in line with it too. It will cause pancreatitis. And the pancreatitis, alcohol causes the pancreas to produce toxic substances that can eventually lead to pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is what they call inflammation. Whenever you see the word titis, it's an inflammation of something.
Oh, okay.
A dangerous inflammation and swelling of the blood vessels in the pancreas that prevent proper digestion.
This is simple.
This is serious. I didn't even know.
Huh?
All of this stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And what effects does alcohol have on the body? It also affects the immune system. Okay? And what it does with the immune system, drinking too much can weaken your immune system. Oh my goodness. I gotta go back to that. How do I go back to this thing, Gary?
How do you back up?
Yeah.
I think
Swipe.
swipe the other way, yeah.
Okay. You're right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Alright, it says, drinking too much can...
Watch it many times.
Let's try it again. Alright, here we go.
One more tap and then.
Thanks,
Okay, here we go.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
It's moving too slowly. You guys are sick, man.
Okay, drinking too much can weaken your immune system, making your body a much easier target to disease. Chronic drinkers are more liable to contract diseases like pneumonia and tuberculosis than people who do not drink too much. Drinking a lot on a single occasion slows your body's ability to ward off infections even up to 24 hours after getting drunk. Here's another thing they found out too. People that drink alcohol, okay, take off anywhere from 1 to 4 years of their life.
What?
Right off the top. That are constant drinkers. And alcohol also ages you as well too.
It does.
Yes.
It
You know?
does. You can see it.
Yeah.
So, and they call it a recreational drug, okay? It is not a recreational drug, okay? All right, here's another thing. What effects does alcohol have on your body? Again, it causes cancer. Drinking too much alcohol increases your risk of developing certain cancers, including of the mouth, the esophagus, the throat, liver, and breast.
Breastises.
Okay, now, it says alcohol facts and statistics. What happens? Okay. Alcohol facts and statistics in the United States. Now check this out. I found this statistic. It says each year, 1,825 college students aged 18 to 24 die from alcoholic-related non-intentional injuries. Okay? What do you call that? Okay? A standard drink. Look at this. 12-ounce beer, 5-ounce glass of wine. About 20% of college students meet this criteria for an alcoholic use disorder. It's called AUD. Okay? Now, what do you call this? What kind of unintentional related injuries this cause? You're going to find out in a second. Right here. You see this? This is called binge drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Where at sororities and fraternities, they have this thing that they drink, right? And through a tube. And they try to drink it as much as they can. And within 5 minutes, the alcohol content go from 0 to 0.85. Just like that. And that's almost near death, y'all. Especially if someone doesn't really drink. Okay? Then they also have this other game called beer pong.
You like your brother like
Okay? They have beer pong, and what beer pong does is that whenever you throw a ping pong in the beer thing, you have to drink it. You got to drink as much as you can, so they really have a lot.
Wow.
Okay?
They do.
And they party, and they party all the time, Okay? That's all they do. It's sorority.
They really do.
And the other thing is
That's all.
what's the other
They
one?
do that beer ball. You never heard of beer ball?
No. Oh, you know I won't.
Come on.
There it is.
Okay. And then this is all the things that it could cause. Okay.
You touched it again?
I didn't touch anything.
No,
else.
Oh.
Just
Okay,
like
just
that.
slow.
Also, one other thing that we found out about young people, in high school, and I was sharing this with Jeannie, is that high school students tend to experiment a lot. And one of the things that they found out that high school students are coming to school drunk, but the breath analyzer cannot pick it up. None of this can pick it up, but they're coming to school drunk. So you know how they get drunk, y'all?
Oh, well.
They saturate their tampons and put it in there.
No. What?
Yes.
In there what?
And you know what?
You know what?
Oh, okay. That's how they absorb it?
Yes. Yes.
That's a new one.
That's
That's
right.
right.
I feel like I've heard of it.
And then- Okay, wait a minute.
That's crazy.
And the only thing and the guys, hold on.
can't get drunk.
Hold on. Listen.
Floor please. Floor please.
Okay. But the guys, you know how they do theirs? Yes.
In the
Yes.
what?
But the only way that they can detect it is by blood test. They cannot detect it with the breath analyzer
That's
because the
why
body has absorbed it
That's why.
to another avenue.
That's just.
Through another.
I'm saying,
But these things, excuse me.
I know black and white.
But these things cause infections. It causes sterility. It causes all kinds of
She got eggs.
necrotizing effects. And this is just something that is prevalent. That's going on. So we really got to watch it. Yeah, another.
Wow,
Okay.
that is really crazy.
An example of how we are enticed through subliminal messaging.
Oh, bring it on.
And this is what the subliminal messages mean. It means what? It means sub means below, and medium means simply the line. The line refers to consciousness. So in reality, anything subliminal is merely something that can penetrate the mind below the threshold of consciousness.
Wow.
Okay, and this is how we do it. Look at this.
Oh, okay.
that's deep.
Wow, that's deep.
What is that?
You don't notice it?
I can't see.
Look
Very
at it.
advertisement.
You in the way. You want to get the people. Hey, you can see.
That's clever, right? Okay, you haven't seen that yet.
It is.
You haven't seen that yet. Now let's check this one
One
out.
that's not on TV.
Check that one out.
Oh,
You
Well, no, I would never think of that. I can't see.
Check it out.
Wow.
Okay, you haven't seen nothing
Is
yet?
the pants down?
That's what you know. Okay,
That's the way I interpret it.
Look at this one.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Where did you see this though? Where did you
Beer from
How is
I've
this
never
supposed
seen
to-
these.
Wow.
This is different.
Okay, now look at this one. Look at this one. Check this one out. What does this say? It says, I was a man, then I became a fool, and finally a beast.
Get out. Man,
Well,
Okay, before you took the drink, you was a man. As you took it, you became a fool, and because you drank all of it, you became the beast.
That's they.
This is what this is
That's
all
the
under the-
marketing that they're
Yeah, that's the
Must
marketing
be
that
overseas. It had to be overseas.
this is a confident, outgoing person that's locked away inside of yourself
That's
will soar in confidence once you've had a few more. The glass is nearly empty. Have another. You're getting closer to unleashing the beast within.
Wow, that is wild.
Okay? All right. Now, it's the alcohol use in the United States. Okay, check this out. It is prevalence of drinking. In 2014, 87.6 what is going on here? % of all people ages 18 or older reported that they drank alcohol at some point in their lifetime. 71.0% reported that they drank in the past year. 56.9% reported that they drank the past month. And like I said, prevalence of binge drinking and heavy drinking is very, very. In 2014, look at this: 24.7% of people ages 18 or older reported that they have engaged in binge drinking in the past month.
From 18?
Wow. That's crazy.
Okay, now alcohol use in the United States again. Let's check this out. You know that alcohol in the United States can cause a lot of things. One of them is alcohol pregnancy. It affects that. What do you call it? Fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Okay? And this is what it does. It gives you low birth weight. It gives you an abnormal growth rate. And you can see here what abnormality these children have.
Yeah.
You don't have this. You know the little indentations in your lips? It's gone. The chin is not there. The eyebrows are always saggy. The forehead is small. The whole facial structure.
That's some kids of mine.
Yeah.
That's like that. Really?
You remember, when you drink, as a pregnant woman, when you drink, you're not the only one that's drunk. That child is drunk too. And when they come out and they disconnect from the mother, they're going to go into what?
Shock.
Alcoholic
Withdrawal.
You see?
Like babies like with birth.
Because it's going straight through the what? The placenta to the baby. Okay? All right, mental and physical issues. They're going to have mental and physical issues. They're going to have the prevalence of fetal alcohol syndrome in the United States was estimated by the Institute of Medicine in 1996 to be between 0.5 and 3.0 cases per 1,000, but it's increased substantially by now. And it also says more recent reports from specific U.S. sites report the prevalence of fetal alcohol syndrome to be 2 to 7. It just went away. It's a 2 to 7 cases per 1,000, and the prevalence of fetal alcohol syndrome spectrum disorder to be as high as 20 to 50 cases per 1,000. That's still quite a bit. Okay, alcohol. I'm almost done. Okay, alcohol in the United States. You have family consequences. More than 10% of U.S. children live with parents of alcohol problems, according to a 2012 study. That has now increased, I think, to about 15 to 20% now. Okay, and you have family abuse, you have broken homes, little to no income, lack of motivation, and inadequate family interaction, all because of this.
Wow.
Okay? Then you have alcohol use in the United States. You have alcohol-related deaths. Is this interesting, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Alcohol-related deaths, nearly 88,000 people, approximately 62,000 men and 26,000 women, die from alcohol-related causes annually, making it the fourth. You know what really ticked me off right here, guys? This
We can tell. We can tell.
That's what ticked me off right here. Making it the fourth leading preventable cause of death in the United States. It could be prevented, people. Prevented. Fourth leading preventable. In 2014, alcohol impaired driving fatalities accounted for, look at this, 9,967 deaths, 31% of the overall driving fatalities. That's in 2014, that was 2 years ago. That has increased.
Wow.
Okay. Now, alcohol use in the United States. Okay, this is interesting too. Economic burden. In 2010, alcohol misuse problems cost the United States. Look at that. This is in 2010. 249. What? It didn't say million, did it?
Billion.
It's double that now. Double.
Mm.
It says due to medical expenses. Look at this. Remember, economic burden is due to medical expenses. Damages to marriages. Life insurance. Auto insurance.
Wow.
Damage to property. Alcoholic rehab centers. And 3/4 of the total cost of alcohol misuse is related to binge drinking.
Wow. Sad.
Beyond sad.
Yeah, sad.
Okay, so what do I say about Ephesians 6:14 through 17? It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And it says here, this is what I like, and take on the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Now, what I did was I took out the helmet of salvation, and then I did something really interesting. You know, when God made us, He gave us a skull. The skull encompasses our brain. Brain has no feeling whatsoever. So that needs to be protected hard by anything else that we have in our body. But when we go to war, what do we usually put on when we go to war? A helmet. So it's double protected, right? So how can we go about doing God's work if we can't protect our minds? Okay, so not only not protecting our minds, what we put into our bodies is going to directly affect our what? Mind, right? So if our mind is affected, do you think we'd be able to put on the helmet of salvation or take on the sword of the Spirit or put your feet would be ready for the gospel? No. It can't happen, right? You'd be sluggish and drunk. You don't know where you're at. So when I found that out, this is what I came up with. This is thy will of God in the sanctuary. Psalm 70, 13. And it says here, it says the intercession of Christ in man's behalf in the sanctuary above is as essential to the plan of salvation. Now, what did it say? Put on the helmet of what?
Salvation.
Which is where?
Above.
Where? In our minds, right? Which leads us to where?
Sanctuary.
To the sanctuary.
Wow.
Okay?
Look at that.
So it says, let's ask, was his death upon the cross? With his death he began that work which after his resurrection he ascended to complete in heaven. We must, by faith, enter within the veil, whether the forerunner is for us entered. There, the light from the cross of Calvary is reflected. There we may gain a clearer insight in the mystery of redemption. And then again it says, the salvation, the what?
Salvation
of man is accomplished at an infinite expense to heaven. The sacrifice made is equal to the broadest demands of the broken law of God. Jesus has opened the way to the Father's throne, and through his mediation, the sincere desire of all who come to him in faith may be presented before God. And that, people, is the end of my presentation.
Very good.
Sanctuary.
Very good.
Any
Ladies
questions?
and gentlemen.
For some points.
We have any questions for Mr. TV tonight? In the house?
I think you got
Alcohol,
everything.
everything.
Yes.
Let's hear it one more time for Mr. Todd in the house tonight. Come on. Mr. TV. Thank you for bringing it tonight. About alcohol. We
But what
got
they said about wine being liquid.
We'll be right back. We got one more session. We'll be back with you in a moment.
They said wine is liquid.
Well,
Oh yeah, they do.